April is Autism Acceptance Month. Join us as we talk about why we think we should all strive for autism acceptance. Welcome to My Spectrum Life. I'm Jessica, an autism mom, and with me are my two good friends. Hey, Kelsey and Latrice.
Hey, I'm Kelsey. I'm a SPED teacher.
I'm Latrice. I'm an autism mom. I'm a licensed professional counselor supervisor, and I specialize with persons on the spectrum.
Well, this month, or actually later this week, if I look at the calendar, it's going to be later this week, begins April, which is Autism Awareness Month. Now, I know a lot of people, one of the things people say is, well, autism is a all day, every day thing, which is true. It is. But with any other cause, we kind of got to keep it to, give us a month to specialize and, kind of push it kind of like, what are the other months? What are some of the other things that we hear that are monthly things? Hey, say again.
We do Epilepsy Awareness Month.
Okay. When's that?
And we do Tuberous Sclerosis Awareness Month as well. So epilepsy is for seizures.
Uh-huh. And so we've got all sorts of months. Isn't there a SPED Awareness Month or week as well?
No, ma'am.
Really?
Nope.
We need to do something about that. So maybe we'll put that on our to-do list, y'all. But autism acceptance. So I hear, why are we still in awareness? You'll see autism awareness in some places. I've heard the argument that we shouldn't be in awareness. We need to do other things. What do you guys think about that?
Well, as an autism mom, I think awareness is still important because sometimes I do run across persons that they're not too familiar about what autism is, even though they may hear the word. But I also understand acceptance for the ones that, that are aware of what autism is, because sometimes it's still kind of hard for persons to understand what goes on in the world of a person with autism. I know personally, as a parent, I've had to educate my family about autism, even though they know what autism is. They're aware of autism, but sometimes they're not always understanding of what Terrence's behaviors may be.
Right.
And so I can remember vividly having an incident where we was at a family gathering. It was a birthday party. It was loud noises. Even though we prepared Terrence for everything, we had a sensory bag with all his favorite toys in it, all his snacks and everything. He knew where he was going, but still there was an unfamiliar place, unfamiliar people, the noises. We was upstairs. Things still didn't work out. It was not good for us. Right. He had a huge meltdown where he got aggressive, and so everybody wasn't understanding of what was going on. And so others had to leave out the room for us to kind of calm him down. And so everybody didn't understand. They was asking all kind of questions, wanted to intervene, which isn't appropriate. We got the experience. We have things under control. Sometimes we just have to allow, when he is dysregulated, to allow his emotions to calm down, even though it may be loud and he's not harming himself for us. It may be loud, but we just have to learn how to tolerate that. So I had to actually, I sent out a message to all family members that was there, kind of explaining what was going on, more in details of what it truly looks like to be on the spectrum, what it truly looks like for his brain, what goes on with him. And I also asked them, these are some things that I need from you as his parents, for Terrence. And so that actually went across very well when I did that with my family. Wow. And so a lot of times if they see things, they'll just kind of, know that, okay, we got it under control. He's fine. They may have a separate room that we can go in sometimes when we're at family gatherings. Yeah. And so and things are less calming. If they're going to have loud music or something, they'll let us know ahead of time. Right. So he can kind of go to a calm place, or if he wants to engage in it. There are times when he didn't like to dance and be a part of things. Right. And if he decides to say, hey, this is too much, I have an escape. I can go to a quieter place. So the educating of them was so helpful in in
Mhm.
our situation. And so there's a difference between the awareness versus
Mhm.
the understanding. And
Right.
sometimes as parents, we have to advocate to let our persons know that's going to be involved in our kids' lives. These are some things
Mhm.
that I need for you. You may not understand it, but let me help you understand it. And I just need you to kind of be,
Mhm.
understanding and offer the love and support that we need.
Mhm.
Right.
That's 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 exactly what we need to do. And I also think, what about in countries that, this isn't something that's just, localized within the United States. We're the only people in the world that have anything to do with autism. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Global.
autism is, well, it's no respecter of persons, really. You know, it does. Autism is autism, but it doesn't mean that it like an autistic person is, you know, they're just autistic and it's okay. They
Mm-hmm.
don't need to be
Mm-hmm.
cured. Um, but we need to bring some more awareness of to what it actually is to some of these third world countries, to countries that have stigmas, major stigmas. I read a post on Facebook where somebody's, because of their religion, they were told that their child was autistic because of their sins. That is a place where they need some more awareness and education.
Yes.
It
Yes.
does. And awareness also means understanding that it's going to break cultural
Yes.
modes and religious molds.
Hmm.
Some of this, even in third world country, you got to think some of it is cultural
Yeah.
based.
Hmm.
I'm not going to name any cultures. We all know them. Um, even with that, even third world countries is getting that research to them.
Hmm.
Because yeah, we're aware, they're aware, but with understanding comes research,
Yeah.
and giving and providing that research over there as well.
Hmm. Providing the tools,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
educational resources, because there's more of an opportunity to do the research and stuff, in, what do you call this, first world countries, than there
Mm-hmm.
would be in a third world country. Um,
Yes.
they're a- they're a little bit more concerned with, just doing the basics of feeding people, um,
Mm-hmm.
let alone trying to come to an understanding of autism, which we still don't have a complete
Mm-hmm.
understanding.
Nope.
Like we say, when you've seen one autistic person, you've seen one autistic person,
That's right.
because it's a spectrum.
Yes. And I always say it's a brain thing. When you learn the neurodevelopmental aspects of autism and how the brain works, you gain so much knowledge and understanding
Hmm.
into what really goes on with that person and that individual, because it's an individual thing. It's such a wide spectrum. You may see
Hmm.
one person do this on the spectrum, another one do a different thing on the spectrum. And so
Hmm.
just to understand that just because one person may demonstrate these set of symptoms or these set of behaviors or characteristics doesn't mean the next person would demonstrate that. And just
Yeah.
broaden yourself to gain that research, that knowledge and understanding
Hmm.
to help that person is so helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. We were talking, we've kind of come up with what I think is going to become our motto,
Mm-hmm.
basically, or kind of this, our theme, something. It's going to, it says, we awareness brings understanding that leads to acceptance. Because we need to understand. We've got to understand. And if you understand, you're more apt to accept.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But we also got to prepare ourselves. I mean, I know I've kind of gotten, used to it. Well, not really used to it, but in the back of my brain, I know that, not everybody is going to accept
Yeah.
my autistic son.
Yeah. I think one thing my husband told me, he said, Latrice, you got to understand that even if others don't understand, you have to be okay with that.
Hmm.
And that really stuck with me because I never really thought about it in those terms.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're really right. Because, sometimes things can set me off if somebody says something,
Hmm.
that I'm not totally in agreement with and their lack of understanding. And so it kind of really helped me to kind of regulate my autism mom, not the
Hmm.
professional mom, but the autism mom in me. Because, when you say things about our kids, we're very sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had to come to like reality, like, you're right. If they don't understand, I'm okay with that.
Mhm. Just let them be.
That's right.
That's one of the things that I've been working on with Curtis is, people don't understand him necessarily. And if they don't understand and they don't want to understand, that's their thing. And we can just move on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's something that we're going to be, that's kind of what we're going to be hoping that we can help everybody to come to, is that awareness brings understanding, which leads to put my acceptance. There it is. That leads to
Mm-hmm.
acceptance, which leads to sorry, wrong word there. But that's what we want people to understand.
Yes. And then from there, I think we can give them the supports that they really need to be successful.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that we are doing, we actually have stepped out in as we've added Latrice to the team. We're also stepping out and asking for your help on an initiative
Mm-hmm.
to provide sensory bags to law enforcement and to rural schools, schools in rural areas that have um, a lack of funding for so many things, let alone sensory items for children on the spectrum. Or kids that need it. And so we've been posting things on social media. We hope that you've seen those posts, but there has been an Amazon wish list
Yeah.
on that. And yes, I think it may say something about, and we actually posted that. It's on our website now. You can go to our website and click on it. You'll see a wish list. And those are the items that we need your help purchasing so we can put together sensory bags to hand out, to give to those in law enforcement and some rural schools to be able to make a difference in these kids' lives. So we hope that you'll be able to help us. And something else that I'm kind of excited about, we came up with a design for our first t-shirt. It says, "Acceptance and kindness make a world of difference. Autism Acceptance, April 2021." And so we hope every purchased t-shirt the proceeds that we make will go to purchasing other items for the sensory bags. So if you want to have a t-shirt, you can have a t-shirt and you'll still be helping us. Or you can just go to the website, and all of that can be found on our website. Go to our website and there is a portion there about the sensory bags, as well as a store that will take you to a Teespring or Spring store. And you don't have to get just a blue t-shirt. There are other colors. I can't decide what color I'm going to go for. Have you guys decided yet?
I think I'm going to go with yellow. Yellow's becoming one of my favorites besides pink. I'm going to go with yellow.
Yellow. Either the yellow or the gray.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with my complexion, yellow is not a good thing. So I can't do yellow. I look sick in yellow. So I'm thinking I may have to do the blue or maybe a green. I don't know. And I think Curtis is probably going to want green as well.
Terrence is green. Everything green is his favorite color. So.
Yeah, that's been, and well, Curtis is he likes green and he loves lime green. That's been a new thing now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
We're just green.
So there'll be green twinsies there. But we hope that you will think about this and how you can help us be able to provide these sensory bags. And if you want to have a t-shirt to show your support of autism acceptance, you can always email us at info@myspectrumlife.com with any questions you might have, topics that you would like us to discuss, maybe any ideas you have for other things that we could do to help those around us who are autistic, or otherwise to educate them and be able to help them understand what it is our kiddos go through. You can also find us at
on our Facebook and Instagram at My Spectrum Life, You can find us on Twitter at MySpectrumLife with that number 1, or
you can find us on our YouTube channel and click the subscribe button, and there you have it.
Yes, we hope that we will be able to see all of the likes and comments and everything. We love getting comments from our viewers, and especially, make sure you send in some of those questions for Latrice so that she's able to answer some of those on her Ask Latrice segment. But as always, with a lot of faith, love, and fidget toys, we'll make it. Bye now.
Bye-bye.